Today, I'm going to explain to you in detail a complete system called Easyway Solution Admin Panel, and I will walk you through everything step by step so that you clearly understand how this system works from the beginning to the end. This is a full security agency management system where an admin can control everything in one place, including users, guards, customers, venues, assignments, attendance, payroll, incidents, communication, reports, permissions, and system settings. Let's start from the very beginning. 1. Login and Dashboard, the central control room. When you first open the system, you enter your login credentials. Once you successfully log in, you land on the main dashboard. This dashboard is basically the central control room of the entire system. As soon as it opens, you see a welcome message like, "Welcome back, System Admin," along with a quick summary of everything happening in the system. Right at the top, you get key totals such as total users, total customers, total guards, and contract risks, which tells you if any contracts are nearing expiry or need attention. Along with that, you also see additional information like how many access accounts are active, how many users are currently active, and the status of notifications, whether any are expiring or already expired. There is also a section showing how many system sections are available, how many access items exist, recent updates, and your current role as an admin. This gives you a full operational overview in just a few seconds. On the dashboard, you also get quick access cards for major modules like users, guards, customers, venues, and work assignments. Each of these cards shows a count and has an Open button so you can directly jump into that section. On the right side of the dashboard, you may also see additional information like the current weather, along with attendance count for the day, available issues or follow-ups, and total messages shared in the system. Below that, there is an access summary where you can see exactly what permissions you have as an admin. These permissions include things like accessing messages and notifications, creating requests, managing assignments, managing attendances and customers and users, marking attendance, managing role permissions, verifying guard documents, and viewing various reports and dashboards. There is also a recent activity section where you can track updates such as user profile changes, customer updates, or guard modifications, along with compliance stats like guard availability, passport verification percentage, and document completion status. At the very top of the dashboard, you also see the current date along with your name and two buttons, Edit Profile and Logout. The Edit Profile button allows you to update your own admin details, and the Logout button lets you safely exit the system. 2. Sidebar menu, the main navigation. Now, if you look at the left side of the screen, you will see a sidebar menu. This sidebar is extremely important because it is the main navigation for the entire system. It is divided into multiple sections: Overview, Management, Operations, Communication, Insights, and Administration. Under Overview, you have only one option, Dashboard, which takes you back to the main dashboard anytime you need it. Under Management, you have four options: User Management, Guards, Customers, and Venues. These are where you manage all the people and locations in the system. Under Operations, you have four options: Work Assignments, also called Guard Assignments, Attendance, Payroll, and Incidents. These are where you handle the day-to-day operational work. Under Communication, you have two options: Messages and Notifications. These allow you to communicate with everyone in the system. Under Insights, you have one option: Reports, where you can export all kinds of data. Under Administration, you have three options: Role Permissions, Permissions, and Settings. These are where you configure the system and control who can do what. From this sidebar, you can access every feature of the system. Let me now go into each section one by one in full detail. 3. User Management, managing all system users. When you click on User Management from the sidebar, you see a complete list of all users in the system. Each user entry includes columns like name, email, role, created date, and actions. At the top of this page, there is a search bar where you can search users by name or email. There is also a drop-down filter where you can filter users by specific roles like guard, supervisor, or customer. You can also select how many entries you want to see per page. The table also shows pagination. The Edit button allows you to modify any user's details, including their name, email, role, and password. The Delete button allows you to permanently remove a user from the system. This section gives the admin full control over who has access to the system and what role they play. 4. Guards Management. Complete guard records. When you click on Guards from the sidebar, you get a complete list of all security guards in the system. Each guard entry includes columns like photo, code, name, phone, passport number, passport verification, document status, employment status, and actions. At the top, there's a search bar where you can search guards by code, name, passport number, or phone. There is also a filter drop-down and an option to select how many entries to see per page. The View button lets you see a guard's complete information in a read-only format. The Edit button opens a detailed form where you can update everything about a guard. The Delete button removes the guard from the system. Now, let me explain what happens when you click the Edit button. A very detailed form opens up, divided into several sections. The Identity section includes the guard code, profile photo upload, first name, last name, date of birth, gender, nationality, phone number, email address, password confirmation option, and full address. The Employment section includes joining date, employment type such as full-time or part-time, and employment status such as active, inactive, or on leave. The Passport Verification section includes passport number, passport expiry date, passport verification status, and the date when the passport was verified. The Other Documents section includes ID card number, ID card verification status, police clearance number, police clearance expiry date, police verification status, and medical fitness expiry date. The Notes section allows the admin to add or edit any important notes about the guard. This complete form ensures that every single detail about every guard is properly recorded and maintained in one place. 5. Customers Management. Client Company Records. When you click on Customers from the sidebar, you see a complete list of all client companies. Each customer entry includes columns like code, company, contact, email, phone, number of guards required, contract end date, status, and actions. At the top of this page, there are several filters to help you find specific customers. There is a search bar where you can search by code, company name, contact person, email, or phone. There is a status drop-down with options like all, active, or inactive. There is a shift drop-down, a contract drop-down to filter by expiry, and fields for minimum and maximum guards required. There are apply and reset buttons to run or clear the filters. There are also 3 important action buttons: Export Excel, Export PDF, and Create Customer. 6. Venues Management. Physical Locations. When you click on Venues from the sidebar, you can manage all physical locations where security services are provided. This section has 2 parts: a Create Venue form and a Venues list. In the Create Venue form, you can add a new venue by selecting a customer from a drop-down, entering a venue code, entering GPS latitude and longitude coordinates, setting a radius in meters, which defines how far a guard can move from the venue, setting shift, start, and end times, selecting the status as active or inactive, setting assignment start and end dates, entering the full address, adding any notes, and assigning multiple guards. A Save Venue button saves all the information. In the Venues list, you can see all existing venues with columns like code, venue name and address, customer name, number of guards required, GPS coordinates, radius, shift timing, list of assigned guards along with their individual shift timings and date ranges, status, and action buttons like Edit and Delete. 7. Guard Assignments, Scheduling Guards. When you click on Guard Assignments from the sidebar, you can assign guards to specific venues. This section has 3 parts: Filters, Create Assignment Form, and Assignments List. The filters allow you to filter assignments by selecting a specific guard or all guards, a specific venue or all venues, a status such as all, active, or inactive, and a covering date range. There are Apply Filters and Reset buttons. The Create Assignment form allows you to create a new assignment
by selecting a guard from a dropdown, selecting a venue from a dropdown, setting a start date and end date, setting shift start and end times, and selecting the status. A Save Assignment button saves the assignment. The assignments list shows all existing assignments with columns like guard name and code, venue name and code, customer name, shift timing, date range, status, and action buttons like edit and delete. This section ensures that the right guard is scheduled at the right place at the right time. 8. Attendance Management, tracking real-time attendance. When you click on Attendance from the sidebar, you can track and manage real-time attendance of all guards and employees. At the top, you see 4 statistics cards showing total records, pending approval, late arrivals, and invalid GPS entries. Below that, there are filters to help you find specific attendance records. You can search users by name or email, select a date range, select a specific venue or all users, and select the source such as all, mobile, or web. There are Apply and Reset buttons. There are also several action buttons, including Manual Attendance Mark, for admins to manually mark attendance for any user, Attendance Policy and GPS settings to configure attendance rules, Export, Excel to export the attendance list, and Punch In/Out for manual punch operations. The Attendance Records table shows all attendance records with columns like date, username and email, role, venue, check-in time, check-out time, total, worked hours, GPS status as valid or invalid, time status as on-time or late, approval status as pending or approved, source as mobile or web, and any notes. This section ensures accurate tracking of employee work hours and attendance. 9. Payroll Management, processing salaries. When you click on Payroll from the sidebar, you can process monthly salaries for guards and employees. At the top, you see 4 statistics cards showing total runs, processed runs, paid runs, and the current month. The Generate Payroll form allows you to create a new payroll run by selecting a payroll month from a dropdown, selecting an employee type from a dropdown, adding optional run notes, and clicking a Generate Run button. The system uses only approved attendance to calculate payroll, and rates are automatically picked from customer contracts. The Payroll Runs list shows all existing payroll runs with columns like run code, month, scope, number of items, status such as draft or paid, and action buttons like View and Excel. When you click View on a payroll run, you see detailed information including the payroll period, status, total gross amount, total net amount, and a table showing each user's details including days worked, hours worked, overtime hours, rate, gross pay, deductions, net pay, and payment status. 10. Incident Management, reporting and tracking issues. When you click on Incidents from the sidebar, you can manage all security-related incidents. At the top, you see 4 statistics cards showing total incidents, open incidents, critical incidents, and resolved or closed incidents. The report. New incident. Form allows you to create a new incident report by entering an auto-generated incident code, selecting incident date and time, entering a title, selecting severity as low, medium, or high, selecting a venue from a dropdown, writing a detailed description, and uploading incident images in formats like JPG, PNG, or WebP. A Submit Incident button submits the report. The filters allow you to search incidents by code, title, or description, and filter by status, severity, assigned person, and date range. There are Apply and Reset buttons. The incidents list shows all incidents with columns like code, date and time, title, venue name and customer, severity, status, reported by, assigned to, resolution details, and action buttons like resolve, edit, and delete. This section helps in proper tracking and resolution of all security issues.
11. Messages, Communication Hub. When you click on Messages from the sidebar, you enter the Communication Hub of the system. The screen is divided into 2 parts. On the left side is the Conversations list, where you see all your conversations. There is a search bar to search by name. Each conversation shows the person's name and role, along with the last message preview and time. On the right side is the Chat window. When you open a conversation, the chat window shows the person's name, email, and role at the top. Below that, you see all messages in chronological order. You can type and send new messages from here. This allows smooth communication between admin, guards, and customers. 12. Notifications, sending alerts. When you click on Notifications from the sidebar, you can send in-app notifications to users. At the top, you see 4 statistics cards showing total recent records, unread notifications, recipients reached, and push ready. Users who have FCM tokens and can receive push notifications. The Send Notification form allows you to create and send a notification by selecting specific users or specific roles, entering a title, and selecting a type such as General. Only users with a saved FCM token will receive Firebase push notifications. 13. Reports. Exporting data. When you click on Reports from the sidebar, you reach a central access point where you can export data from different modules. All reports can be exported in various formats like Excel, CSV, or PDF. For attendance reports, you can export to Excel or CSV. For guard reports, you can export to Excel or open a PDF view. For incident reports, you can export to Excel or CSV. For payroll reports, you can export the latest run. For customer reports, you can export to Excel or open a PDF view. For venue reports, you can export to Excel. For message reports, you can export to Excel or CSV. This makes it easy for analysis, record keeping, and sharing with management. 14. Role permissions, controlling access. When you click on Role Permissions from the sidebar, you can define what each role can access in the system. The Role Permission Matrix is a table where rows are permissions and columns are roles such as admin, supervisor, customer, guard, and driver. Using checkboxes, you can allow or restrict each permission for each role. For example, access messages can be allowed or denied for each role. Access notifications can be allowed or denied. Create requests can be allowed or denied. Manage assignments, manage attendance, manage customers, manage guards, and manage incidents can each be controlled per role. This ensures security and role-based access control. The Permissions Management area allows you to manage individual permission keys. You can see a list of all permissions with their names, labels, and action buttons like Edit and Delete. There is also a Create Permission button to add new permissions. 15. System Settings, configuring the system. When you click on Settings from the sidebar, you can configure the entire system according to your needs. The Company Profile section allows you to set the company name, company phone number, company website, and company address. The Localization and Format section allows you to set the time zone, currency, date format, and which day the week starts on. The Attendance Default section allows you to set whether attendance should be auto-approved, the default grace minutes for late arrivals, and the default early checkout buffer minutes. The Payroll Default section allows you to set the default hourly rate, the overtime multiplier, and the standard payday of the month. The Incident Default section allows you to set the response SLA in minutes, the escalation threshold in minutes, and whether incidents should be auto-assigned. The Notifications and Audit section allows you to enable or disable email notifications and SMS notifications, and set the audit log retention period in days. 16. Footer and additional information. At the very bottom of the screen, there is a footer that contains useful information including weather, language selector, current time, current date, and a search icon for quick search functionality. 17. So overall, Easyway Solution Admin Panel is a complete end-to-end system where an admin can manage everything from a single platform. From the dashboard, you get a full operational overview with totals, recent activity, and quick access to all modules. From user management, you control all system users, who can log in and what role they have. From guards, you maintain complete records of every guard, their personal details, employment information, passport verification, and other documents. From customers, you manage all client companies, their contact details, contract end dates, and guard requirements. From venues, you manage all physical locations, addresses, GPS coordinates, radius, shift timings, and assigned guards. From guard assignments, you schedule which guard works at which venue and during which shift. From attendance, you track real-time check-ins and check-outs, validate GPS, approve or reject records, and maintain accurate work-hour logs. From payroll, you generate monthly salaries based on approved attendance, review runs, and mark them as paid. From incidents, you report, track, assign, and resolve security incidents with severity levels and images. From messages, you communicate directly with guards, customers, and other roles. From notifications, you send instant alerts to specific users or entire roles. From reports, you export all data in Excel, CSV, or PDF formats for analysis and record keeping. From role permissions, you control exactly who can access what features in the system. From settings, you configure company details, attendance rules, payroll defaults, incident rules, and notification preferences. In simple words, this is not just software. It is a full digital command center that gives total control, visibility, and efficiency to any security agency. Thank you.